Hey fam, it's Coach Will. How you doing? God bless you. What's going on? Hey, we're still trudging. I'm still trudging along reading Job, also known as Iyov in the old Hebrew language, right? And we're at chapter 35. And so far, Job was just basically arguing with his three homies. The last homie name was Elihu, and he had something to say. He was a young cat and felt they had a chip on his shoulder. Y'all dissing the young cats because I'm young, but I got something to say. He went on through a long diatribe announcing what he gonna say. Then he finally said it. And chapter 35, he goes on. So, hey, so far these cats, man, remember they're not under the dispensation of grace, which you and I are under right now. Back then, our God, man, may lay the hammer to you. So some of a lot of their perspective is relative to the God that was revealed to them, the hammer laying God, right? I mean, he laid a lot of love and miracles on them. But so let's go on, chapter 35, verse 1. Elihu went on to say, "Are you so convinced you are right that you say, I am more just than God? For you ask, what advantage is it to you? How do I gain from not sinning? Here is my answer to you and your friends. Look at the heavens and see. Observe the skies high above you. If you sin, how do you hurt him? If your crimes are many, how do you affect him? If you are righteous, what do you give him? What benefit does he get from you? Your wickedness can affect only others like you. Your righteousness only other human beings." Interesting. Okay, this is how the youngster coming out the gate with this. Okay, all right. People cry out from under many oppressions, but they cry for help from under the fist of the mighty. No one asks, where is God my maker, who causes glad songs to sing out at night, who teaches us more than he teaches wild animals, and makes us wiser than the birds in the air? They may cry out, but no one answers because of evil men's pride. For God will not listen to empty cries. Shaddai pays no attention to them. All the more when you say that you don't see him, just be patient. He's considering the matter. But now, just because he doesn't get angry and punish, does it mean that he doesn't know what arrogance is? So Iyov is being futile when he opens his mouth. He is piling up words without knowledge. Ooh. Did he really? Did he really go in, call Iyov an idiot? 36. Elihu added, bear with me a little, and I will show you that there is more to say on God's behalf. I may search far and wide for my arguments, but I will ascribe righteousness to God, my Maker. For the fact is that my words are true. You have with you a man whose views are pure. Look, God is powerful and despises no one, powerful in his strength of understanding. He does not preserve the lives of the wicked, but he gives justice to the poor. He does not withdraw his eyes from the righteous. But when he sets kings on their throne forever, they may become proud. If then they are bound in chains, held in oppressive cords, he shows them the results of their doings, the crimes caused by their pride. He sounds a warning in their ears and orders them to repent of their evil. If they pay attention and obey him, they spend their days in prosperity. Their years pass by pleasantly, but if they don't pay attention, they perish by the sword and die without learning their lesson. The godless in heart cherish their anger, but crying for help when he binds them. Their soul perishes in their youth, and their life becomes depraved. God, with his affliction, delivers the afflicted. He gets their attention by pressing on them. Indeed, Iyov, we know it's Job, he is drawing you away from distress to an untroubled open place with rich food on your table, but the judgment on the wicked applies fully to you. Judgment and condemnation take hold of them, for beware of wrath when abundance entices you. Don't let a big bribe turn you aside. Will your great wealth help you or all your efforts, no matter how strong? Don't desire the night when people suddenly die. Be careful. Turn away from wrongdoing. For because of this, you've been tested by affliction. Look, God is exalted in his strength. Who is a teacher like him? Whoever prescribed his course for him? Whoever said, what you are doing is wrong? Remember, rather to magnify his work, of which many have sung. Everyone has seen it, but humans see it only from a distance. Look, God is great, beyond what we can know. The number of his years is uncountable. He makes the droplets of water, which condense into rain from his mist. The clouds pour it down upon mankind in abundance. Can anyone fathom the spreading of the clouds or the crashes that come from his canopy? See how he scatters his lightning over it and covers the roots of the sea? By these things he judges the people and also gives food to the plenty. He gathers the lightning into their hands and commands it to strike the target. Its crashing announces its presence, and it praises the cattle of what is coming. Not only praises cattle, cattle get struck by lightning too. 37. At this, my own heart trembles and leaps out of its place. Just listen to the rumbling of his voice, to the thunder that comes from his mouth. He sends it out under all heaven, his lightning to the ends of the earth. There follows a roar, a roar. He is thundering with his majestic voice. He keeps releasing the lightning, even while his voice is being heard. God thunders wonderfully with his voice. He does great things beyond our understanding. He says to the snow, fall on earth. Likewise to the rain, also to the downpour. He brings all human activity to a stop, so that everyone he has made can know it. Then the animals go into their lairs and hibernate in their dens. Out of his chamber comes the storm, with cold out of the north. By the breath of God, ice is given, and the wide waters freeze over. He weighs the clouds down with moisture, and they flash from his lightning. He, by his plan, turns them around, so they do what he commands them anywhere on earth. He brings them forth on earth, sometimes to punish, sometimes to express his grace. Listen to this, Iyov. Stop and consider God's wonders. Do you know how God puts them in place? How he causes lightning to flash from his cloud? Do you know how he balances the clouds? There are marvels of him who knows everything. You, sweltering in your clothing, as the earth lies still under the sultry south wind. Can you, with him, spread out the sky? Hard as cast metal mirror. Teach us what we should tell him, for the darkness keeps us from organizing our case. Is he to be told that I will speak? Can a man speak at all when he is already swallowed up? Now people don't see the light, which is bright in the sky, but then the wind blows and clears these clouds away. Out of the north comes the golden glow, fearsome majesty surrounding God. Shaddai, whom we cannot find, whose power is immense and his great righteousness, does not pervert justice. This is why people fear him. He does not consider those who think of themselves as wise. All right. So I think that everybody's finished making speeches. I think that the next section, we're going to hear from the Lord himself. What's your opinion about what everybody says so far? These, of course, these people weren't under the dispensation of grace and our son, God's son, Yeshua Jesus. So a lot of these truths may have been facts for them, but they're not necessarily the covenant that we're under right now. Bless you. Love you. Hey, you don't have to like. Don't care about that. But won't you share with somebody that um, might benefit from having, that you know might benefit from having exposure to Christ. Love you. Bless you. Peace. Shalom. Bendiga.